Where is this criminal, or where are these criminals going to prosecute arrested criminals like them? Do they have their own court? Do they even control a village? Do they control one village? Is there any village in Biafra land where these criminals will look and point at today and they say, we are controlling this village. We have our own government. We have our own court. All of them are hiding. All the criminals, they are into hiding. They are into hiding. But what do? They dish out bogus statement just to serve the interest of the Fulanese. They say they want to start prosecuting. You prosecute criminals in which court? Their career. Because we ended their career. We ended completely their career. For many years, these faceless criminals that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, for many years, they give them money. You will not see the money anywhere. I want you to understand that the criminals we have expelled from the Biafra movement are on rampage. And of course, you don't need to understand. The Nigerian media are promoting them. The game has changed, says IPOB. Vow to arrest, prosecute criminals. And you don't need to, Nigerian media shared it. They reported it. Ask yourself, how are these criminals going to prosecute criminals in Biafra land without even having freedom? There is no direction, there is no vision, there is no nothing. This is how they have dealt with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for years. For years. As I am talking to you now, there is no village in the entire Biafra that you will look at and say, this is where we have our government. We don't have government in Nigeria at this moment. We are not terrorists that will go to a village and begin to set up parallel government. When we declare Biafra and defend our territory. When we declare Biafra and have our judiciary, have our police, have our everything in place. We can begin to arrest criminals and prosecute them when we declare Biafra. But these criminals, these illiterate nincompoop that we have chased out of the struggle, every time they issue statement is a disgrace to Biafra people. And of course, the people that are sponsoring them, that made them to sell Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now, we have been able to make the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu worthless. Very worthless. They continue to gallivant, looking for who to bring to Radio Biafra, looking for who to bring there to come and talk and tell you, of course, those who listen to them, that, oh, this is the people you should listen to. Somebody have to come to tell you, listen to them. They are not, and they can never arrest Fulani. But let me tell you what they want to do. That is why the dragon is out. I want to tell you what they want to do. They say they are going to be arresting criminals. There is no criminals they are going to arrest. What they want to do is to replicate what transpired during the Anambra election. Anambra election. They want to begin to give guns to their criminals to go after ESN. They want to go after ESN. They collect money to go after ESN. Anybody that collect gun from them in the name of coming to look for ESN in the name of Ebubago, just go and write your will and say your last prayer, because you will never succeed. Everything in Biafra land will work against you. So I want to explain exactly what they actually meant by this particular statement that the Nigerian media are sponsoring. They have seen how resolute we are that there will be no election. They have seen how serious we are that Biafra will come next year. I was even told that the Mohammed Abbas in Kuwait, the murderer and criminal, China Sanworu in Kuwait, is laughing. How can somebody who is not even, who have not even spent years in the struggle will come to say Biafra is coming next year? Don't listen to him. It's not possible. Biafra cannot come next year. These are the people who have collected your money for years in the name of fighting for Biafra freedom. As I'm talking to you today, there is not nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. And when we stop them from getting that money, they are all running mad. They hear the autopilot to say that Biafra will come in 2023. They are panicking and they are crying. And you ask yourself, what is then their problem? For many years, they shout Biafra. When somebody comes to say Biafra is coming, they start crying. They cry like babies. They pray, the Biafra will not come. Let the Biafra not come so that you will shame Simon Ekpa. Oh, Biafra must not come. We are going to fight against the ESN so that Biafra will not come. Oh, come and fight ESN if you have the balls. I got Bapelon movie. Of course, you know what? You know the python you fed. You feed the python. The python has grown. Come and fight ESN. I want to inform Biafrans today, for those of you who are going to become victims, they will come and tell you, come, we are recruiting ESN, because you know they continue to parade themselves that they're still in contact with ESN. They have nothing to do with ESN. But some of you will be deceived. Come and take oath. Your oath you are taking from these criminals in DOS, expel DOS. The oath you are going to take is the oath you are going to use to fight against ESN. Is the oath you are going to use to cause chaos. So the oath will first of all strike you down. Nihogo. Nihogo. Unugada. They say Biafra cannot come in 2023. How can Biafra come? And so you are going to be person they are going to use to come to disrupt ESN. You will go down. We are entering, or we have already entered the liberation phase of Biafra. So the question I want to ask you, if you go to northern Nigeria, the bandits there, they have set up a parallel government in the north. These people, for many years, all they do is to embezzle money. All they know is about money, 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 money. So anybody that comes with a genuine mind to do anything, they think the person is doing the same thing. The person is doing the same thing. They say, oh, you are the person. How can the person say Biafra is coming and you believe him? How can the person say Biafra is coming and you believe in him? There is no court of IPOB in Biafra land. There is no police of IPOB in Biafra land. We do not control any territory as in controlling or setting up parallel government, not at this time, but the day we are going to declare Biafra, we are going to do that. We continue to struggle. They are struggling now is not a Biafra. They are struggling now is for the Nigerian newspaper to always announce them. All they are interested in is to give out press statement. Faceless press statement for the Nigerian media to announce them. We have, that time is over. That time is over. And so therefore, I want to give warning to those who may be deceived into joining them. Soludo said the repentant one have joined and they killed the double lion. You hear the story of how they killed the double lion? If it is military, Nigeria army, that killed double lion, it would have generated a lot of backlash. Believe me, just like Ikonso. just like in Koso, it would have generated a lot of backlash. So what do? The Soludo government and the sellout Fulani servers and stooge in Biafra land have decided to use you that will be recruited to fight against ESN. The military don't have the might again. The military don't have the power again. The military don't have even the morale again to fight Biafra people. So out of envy and jealousy and wickedness against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to call you, come, I want to recruit you to ESN. You are not being recruited. Anything recruitment from the DOS criminals have nothing to do with ESN. You are being recruited as a government killer squad to be used against ESN. So if you take up that assignment, consider yourself going to God at the end of the day, because you will not survive it. Not in Biafra land. Let us now focus on the Fulani and the Nigeria government, how they roll. Before we go into this exposition, I want to give a background of what we are trying to avoid. So come with me to this journey of exposition to know what we are trying to avoid and why we must leave Nigeria as soon as possible.
There was a time when Afghanistan was a modern state. Faith was a private matter, burqas were optional, women and men could travel together. Right next door, Iran was not far behind. It was at par with the Western world. Women could step out without a veil, even meet men at public places. But the Iran and Afghanistan of today are a lot different. Today, hijab is mandatory. Western clothing is frowned upon. Clerics dictate societal norms. Religious police patrols the streets. Civil rights are all but non-existent. What happened in these countries? They came under the Sharia law. Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay and I come to you with arguably the most controversial concept in the world. The concept of Sharia. It's back in the news after the Taliban took over Kabul. They the Sharia law under the Taliban's version of the Sharia law. What does that mean? What why does the world fear it will take us back in time? Spoken to scholars and experts put this to answer all these questions, starting with the first question: what is the Sharia? To many, the word conjures horrors. of hands being cut off, of adulterers being beaten, and women being oppressed. In fact, no religious law has ever had worse press as the Sharia has in recent times. Why is that so? Thanks to the misrepresentation, manipulation, and misuse of the Sharia. By whom? Islamic regimes, politicians, clerics, radicals, terrorists. They've all used the Sharia to rule in the name of God. So,
that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. Terrorists, Boko Haram, Atiku Abubakar, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidency, all of them have used Sharia to rule Nigeria. And recently, they are killing people. They call them blasphemies. The same doctrine, the same thing Boko Haram is fighting for, the same thing Bandit is fighting for, the same thing Mayete Allah is fighting for. And that is why I have said there is no Muslim Northerner or a Northerner from Muslim, from a Muslim from Northern Nigeria will ever go against Boko Haram in reality, because exactly what they are fighting for is this particular way of life. Chopping off hand, killing people, stoning them to death by blasphemy. And as I'm talking to you today, in the 12th northern state, it is the law. Sharia is something the Taliban is bringing to Afghanistan. I want you to listen to this.
coming back to the question, what is the Sharia? Well, there is no clear definition. Different people understand and apply the Sharia in different ways. But if we put the broad concepts together, this is what a definition would sound like. The Sharia is Islam's legal and spiritual system, both divine and philosophical. Divine because it is said to be God's will for humankind, philosophical because it is based on the human understanding of what that divine will is. In Arabic, the Sharia translates to the clear, well trodden path to water. The human interpretation of Sharia is called the fiqh, which literally means understanding. Now, these terms are used interchangeably, but they're not the same. Sharia is considered divine, permanent, infallible, but its understanding is human. It's a set of rules put together by Muslim scholars over the centuries. These rules have been drafted and applied to suit those in power. Where do the rules come from? Three sources: the Quran, which is Islam's holy book, the Sunnah, which is basically the deeds of Prophet Muhammad, and the Hadith, the sayings of the Prophet. There's a range of school of thought. You must Hanbali, Maliki, Shafi. These four belong to Sunni. The Shia version of Sharia is Jafri. All five are named theologists, jurists, the men who school is the smallest and strictest of all private the Maliki relies on independent understanding of the Quran. It is predominant in whole West Africa, along with Chad, Pakistan, and Kuwait. The Shafi relies on consent over understanding the Quran, and this is very followed. East Africa and Southeast Asia, and countries like Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Lower Djibouti, the Maldives, Indonesia, Asia. We have the Hanafi school, the earliest, the most flexible version. It requires consensus and independent reasoning. The Hanafi school has the largest number of followers, one-third white. They live in then we have people of thought, only by Shia Muslims. It is in the constitution to have a lot of the world. So we have five the Sharia. How they legal disputes
Let us listen to how that happens when religion mix with governance. When religion mix with governance.
Many Muslims who embrace the Sharia as a institute law, where the problem lies. The Sharia was just supposed to be a way of living, associated with political power. When colonialism began to spread, the crown and the church came together. The church was used to further the rulers. The same thing happened in Muslim kingdoms. And while European nations later separated the church from the state, many countries did not. France, Britain, and other European powers had colonized much of West Asia, Africa, and Asia. When they left, leaders of the newly formed Muslim majority countries faced a dilemma. Should they govern based on previous Islamic values, or should they embrace laws inherited from colonial rule? Well, they chose the Sharia as the basis of their legal justice system. And this gave birth to all kinds of theocracies, hardline and moderate. Countries like Algeria, Libya, Egypt, the Sudan, Syria, Iraq, Oman, Yemen, Pakistan, they all had the Sharia. Even countries which were not colonized by the West adopted the Sharia. In 1932, Saudi Arabia was formed as a theocratic monarchy. Islamic revolution. Until then, it was a secular monarchy. After the revolution, the clerics took power in an Islamic republic. Then, in 1996, the Taliban seized power in Afghanistan, made it a terror regime based on the Sharia. What makes this law acceptable in some countries and horrific in others? Its understanding and implementation. Some countries enforce the most discriminatory and patriarchal aspects of the Sharia. They selectively picked certain verses from the Quran and legalized draconian practices like polygamy, talaq, genital mutilation. They also enforced rules that had little or no basis in Islam. Research shows that most of these punishments were not sanctioned in the Quran, they were not practiced by the Prophet. Yet today, they've been made the highlights of the Sharia. They're being used to dictate daily lives of Muslims the world over. A lot of the followers do not understand this. They just stubbornly uphold ignorant and unjust practices. The biggest victims of this are women. Does God judge differently based on gender? For many clerics, it does. Despite the fact that women worked and fought alongside the Prophet. In some countries, women cannot step out in a baya or a veil, but men can dress the way they want. Women cannot stand for president, but men can govern for a lifetime. Women cannot choose to have an abortion, but men are allowed to have 4 wives. Women cannot travel without a male guardian. Women cannot drive. Women cannot retain custody of their children after divorce. And they receive half of what is awarded to their brothers in inheritance. The list of restrictions on women in the name of God is appalling. And the Sharia's misuse does not end there. It is cited to justify what they call the conquest mindset, to wage wars in the name of Islam, especially by terror outfits who portray themselves as more faithful than other Muslims. They use religious scholars in their ranks to make finely crafted arguments, to use religion as a pretext to perpetrate violence. They exploit people who have little understanding of Islam. They recruit them as foot soldiers to fight their politically motivated wars. Some join them in the name of faith, some in the name of their land, some for a good paycheck, and some because they're just murderous. But this is not the Sharia. Let me tell you something else. A lot of damage has been done in the name of religion by people from all faiths, by people from all cultures. That's true for the Sharia too. Yet it remains a way of life for 1.8 billion followers of Islam in more than 57 countries. Does that make it acceptable? Who decides? And in which form? Here's what I think. All things, including religion, must evolve with time. If some practices are outdated, they must end. Religious law may not have a place in modern nation states governed by a constitution. If the Sharia's interpretation and practice clashes with today's way of life and social structures, then perhaps it's time for revision and reflection rather than resentment.
If the Sharia clashes with a modern constitution or the way of life, just like it is clashing in Nigeria. When people are being stoned to death in 2022 and is being supported by presidential candidates, those who have businesses in the Western world. Atiku Abubakar supported the recent killing of Deborah. Now, when religion clash with politics and governance, I want us to listen to this. Come and read with me. Come and read with me. I want you to understand the injustice that is happening in Nigeria and the reason why Biafra is breaking away next year, 2023. And we are going to fight. I am saying it now so that you will all be getting prepared and ready. Now, when religion clashes with governance, you are going to be reading a news like this. Train attack. How terrorists fooled Buhari government. Garba Shehu. Because the terrorists are the same ideology with the Nigeria federal government. That is why they can give the terrorists the hand to fool them. And they come to Nigerian news media to inform you the malus, to inform you the P2Bs that terrorists fool the government. Terrorists fool the #1 citizen of Nigeria. Terrorists fool the government. If a terrorist can fool them, you can imagine what is going on behind the scene. So let us read how the terrorists fool them. They say, who attacked and abducted scores of hostages fooled the Nigerian government. Entire government of Nigeria, they are not ashamed to announce that terrorists fooled them to meet its demand, but failed to release the hostages as promised. A media aide to the president, Garba Shehu, admitted during an interview. Yet, these criminals are fighting against ESN. They said, Mr. Shehu told BBC Hausa, you know, that is where all the truth from the northern Nigeria, if you want to, of course, you cannot speak Hausa now, you don't hear Hausa. So those who don't hear Hausa, far to you. You must hear Hausa to be able to know the truth of what is happening in Nigeria. Some of you are no longer, you can't hear Hausa, you don't know what is going on. So they will always go to BBC Hausa and tell them the truth because they are not talking to you. They are talking to northern Muslims. They are not representing northern Muslims. Now, they say BBC Hausa, he did not tell BBC Pidgin, he did not tell BBC Igbo, he did not tell BBC English. BBC Hausa, as if everybody in Nigeria understands Hausa. But when they want to talk about the national issue, they go to Hausa speaking TV and the radio. The day master now they don't know what Hausa Hausa is not the official language of Nigeria. But Malami was addressing Hausa people. Now, Mr. Shehu told BBC Hausa that the government met the demand of the terrorists. Ask yourself, what is the demand? Which includes the release of their wives and children from custody. But the terrorists failed to meet their own side of the deal. They released the wife and children from the custody. Mr. Shehu said one of those released was the wife of one of the leaders of the terror gang who recently gave birth to a set of twins at a health facility. Terrorists demanded they gave birth to health facilities. The government also released some children of the members of the terrorist gang as demanded, but they reneged in releasing the train passengers, Mr. Shehu said. You can imagine what is going on. After the relative of the terrorists were released from custody, the government flew them from Adamawa, where they were detained, to handed them over to the terrorists. Despite this, Mr. Shehu said the terrorists refused to release the train passengers. Instead, they asked for ransom. Are you hearing? They know where the terrorists are. They handed the women over to the terrorists, yet the terrorists needed for ransom. Mr. Shehu said the government is unwilling. Added that 31 of the passengers are still being held in captivity despite the effort of the government in meeting the demand of the abductors. I want you people to understand the impunity that is going on here. It is not easy. Terrorists the government is the terrorists themselves. They sponsor them, they give them information, they aid them and do everything for them. You understand? It didn't end here. It didn't end here. Let us read. They continued. The hostage who were released reportedly paid millions before they were released. A newspaper publisher, Tukumanu, who negotiated the release of some of the hostages, also denied knowledge of ransom payment. Lies. Lies everywhere. Mr. Manu said he does not know if the relative of the hostage paid a ransom before they were released. Mr. Manu has also withdrawn as lead negotiator for the release of the captive due to the threat to his life, personal integrity, and the lack of support from the federal government. And we were told that he was arrested. I don't know whether it was you know, we got information that somebody who negotiated the release of the hostages was arrested on his way to Holy Land, to Mecca or something like that. I don't know whether he's the one, so you people can correct me, because I come across a news like that. Somebody said we should turn off the comment section. Let us see how it goes. Turn off the comment section. Let us go there. Because the interruption is too much with this spam comment and others. Here we go. A moment. Here we go. He said, yes, he is the one. So he's the one who was arrested. All right, so I was right. They said they prevented him from traveling to the Holy Land. So I was right. Let us go there. As the jihad continue, I want you people to understand what is going on. They are building empire. They are building the empire. If you don't know that, you know it now. Nigeria, the oil in Nigeria is in Biafra land. But look at Nigeria signed MOU to import fuel from Niger Republic that do not have gas. Niger Republic don't have oil. This Fulani government laid pipeline from Niger Delta all the way to Niger Republic. They build refinery in Niger Republic, and they are going to be buying fuel from Niger Republic that don't have oil. After they did it, they called Tompolo and they made agreement with Tompolo and gave Tompolo oil pipeline contract as a guard. Tompolo is in the Niger Delta. They laid pipeline under the watch of Tompolo, and that pipeline goes from Tompolo's domain all the way to Niger Republic. And from Niger Republic, Nigeria will now buy oil and gas from Niger Republic, and Tompolo will be the one to guide the pipeline. Are you seeing the, are you seeing the thing? I want you people to understand that anybody that did not support Nigeria disintegration or Biafra coming to 2000, and after that, the money goes to Nigeria Republic, and they will buy it, and they will the economy of Nigeria Republic will, because they want to use it. You see, the reason why this whole thing is happening is that I want you people to understand one thing. You know the initial plan. The initial plan is to take over Nigeria. Niger Delta, as they claim. And that is why America said terrorists are looking for safe haven in Nigeria. That what they want is to lay their hand on the natural resources. And if that happens, America will be under serious threat. European Union will be under serious threat if the terrorists succeed in taking over the oil. Now, that is not happening because of the agitation for Biafra. So what did they do? They said, don't worry, we know what to do. You see now the oil, we are going to lay pipeline from Niger Delta to Niger Republic. And we don't care about you anymore. The oil will be going through the pipeline and will appear in Niger Republic, and we have and walk around, carry gun and AK-47 to demand for pipeline guard. It's unbelievable. So let us read exactly how this MOU come to stay. Look at it. The Nigeria government, through the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, has signed memorandum of understanding with the government of Niger Republic for petroleum product importation. Their own product, too, it is all to empower Fulani nation. According to a statement released by the ministry, as refinery in Zinda, Niger Republic, has an installed refining capacity of 20,000 barrels per day, compared to the nation's 500 BPD domestic requirement. Are you hearing it? They are telling you now that Niger Republic refinery have capacity to refine, blah, blah, blah. And this is Nigeria. Nigeria, the same Fulani government built this refinery in Niger State. You should ask yourself a question. Why is Niger Republic building refinery? Do they have fuel? Do they have gas? The answer is no. Nigeria Fulani government built it. It is all to build the Fulanization of Nigeria, and they are connecting it. I want you to understand the impunity that is happening. Biafran land have nothing to show because Fulani have taken over everything. I want you to understand that it didn't end here. In every sector of Nigeria economy, we are being disenfranchised. Do you want to know about passport? Do you want to know the situation of passport? Let me show you. Some of you don't know what you are into in Nigeria. So we need to be making this exposition for you to understand the reason why you must get very angry and support Biafra come 2023. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Nothing else. When it comes to passport, Nigeria passport, Northern Nigeria pay lesser than you from the South. The country is divided. They favor those with Sharia. They favor those who have accepted Sharia law. And they disenfranchise you who are Christians in the South. So, and they want to give you reason why it is like that. So are we going to read the reason why Northern Nigeria pay less to process passport immigration? Are you aware of this? Are you aware that if you are in the Northern Nigeria, you pay less to process Nigeria? The Fulani from removing or reducing the money in the passport for Northern Nigeria and increasing the money for passport in the Southern Nigeria, the people are not talking. You see, they are not talking. It is still you who elected them that go to social media to start ranting on social media, and they are not responding, and they want to tell you the reason. In the South, the booklet of passport is not even available. So let us read their reason. But we have seen it also. This particular backlash is not coming from your representative. It's not coming from any of your leader. It's not coming from your governor. It's not coming from your House of Assembly. It's not coming from neither of those people. It is still you. You, the mumus. This is coming following the backlash the agency received on social media after it is going to court, and we are expecting that the sit at home is there, and we are going to continue to sit at home until further notice. So we are going to take calls today, and we are going to end this broadcast exactly 2 hours. Exactly 2 hours, we are going to end the broadcast. So we're going to receive calls. We are going to receive calls. Our line is open for you to call so that we are going to hear you. Here we go. The line. There we go. We are receiving calls now. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here.
Good evening. Good morning from here.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Any question? Go ahead with 2 minutes.
Onye fọmfoji akpa amam Peter Obi nwanza nọ na-akwụ elewe ya ọ dịka aka nne ya ya okwu nwere ịgwa Peter Obi nwanza nọ na-akwụ elewe ya ọ dịka aka nne ya.
Yes.
Peter Obi iwu onye ọ chọrọ ịwụ amana m ka Peter Obi chọrọ ịwụ onye a mmadụ onye riri akwa ọkụkọ lewe onwe ya n'ibu amana m ọkụkọ yiri akụ eyi nke ọha ama ka Peter Obi ga-eje efili n'ọnya nwa Gawo, the Lord of Nigeria, with hearing and going to lose every day. Insurgency. With insurgency. As a man say, Ere Promani, everyone Nubo. Okay, like every day playing. See what happened to the Enugu Zike. Fulani cow. Eating cross of people in their farm. That's vegetable. Life was much.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
2 weeks or 2 months cross agadi nwanyị nne mmadụ kụrụ nwanyị ji amụ nwanyị isi mkpe kụrụ oji ejere ụmụ ya aka ewuri alarie. That thing ọ gbara anya mmiri. All these things Peter Obi ga-ahụ ya ọ gaghị ekwu okwu ebe anyị ya nọ na GDP. Ebe anya Peter Obi nọ na GDP Nigeria amaghị ebe Peter Obi si enweta GDP a ụmụ nwanyị isi mkpe bụ agụrụ na-agagharị. Amaghị m onye nyere Peter Obi this idea ọ Britain nyere brain of GDP a.
Of course, I am cross going on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let us give another person the opportunity to talk. Because even I want to say one on here now. When those are coming, go ahead. With Onya? Okay. Okay. All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will get it. So, okay. Go chana. Konyo Zabata. Ana m asị m gị ọ bụrụ na sọsọ gị nwa ga-ekwunu onye ọzọ ga-ekwutere na ndị taịm adịrọ. Udo. All right, Anthony, great. Thank you very much for your super chat. We appreciate you. MSA, do you know that Peter Obi is putting the lives of Biafrans at risk by participating in this fraud called selection? Of course. And that is one of the reasons why we are not going to, allow anything like that to happen. Kinsley, Obidima, welcome to the Bronze Fan membership. We appreciate you for joining the membership. At least your comment is not those who are coming here to cause problem. Welcome to the program.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank God. Hi. Because policies. Hey.
Oh yeah, talk. We have 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. So please, I'm reaching you on WhatsApp. I want to tell you that I want to send for the CV application, but I'm sending message, but you are not receiving message on WhatsApp.
Why would you send me message? Why would you send me message? There is address where you can send your message to now.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do it.
How can you not know how to do it? The email address is there. So go to the email address that's attached to the thing and send it there.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning from here.
Hello. Yeah, Simon. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you listen to your phone, please?
Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right, please. I just want to give some reports concerning this Fulani herdsmen in Enugu, especially the Ezagu side. Because why I'm saying this is because even some of the elders and the king, they are contemplating either to involve the Fulani, the Biatiala security something, in order to avoid the problem. Their crops always being eaten by this Fulani.
Are you from there?
I'm not from there, but my mother is from there, so it's like my grandmother's place, and they cry a lot about that.
So you know that they are crying about that.
Yes, sir.
So why would they be crying about that? Are they not part of Biafra? Are they not part of Biafra movement? So there is nobody in what we are doing from Ezago that they are complaining and crying.
And he said that if we notice anywhere they are planning to such things, we should just let you know.
Exactly. So I am asking now. So if they are crying, does it mean that nobody from Ezago that's part of Biafra movement, for them to have know what to do and where how to channel the complaint so that this will be done? So on onye si Ezago so the hand. Okay, so which side of Ezago are you talking about?
Okay,
Omashi.
Yes, Omashi and Iwolo. They are very close to this Amansi, Eba and the Fulani.
Omashi and the Wolo. All right, so I believe your point has been noted, and we are going to look into that.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
May God bless you for us.
There we go.
All right, sir.
Good evening and welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Oh, Yendeba.
There
PayPal, super chats.
It's in the PayPal, info@ekpa.fi now. Of your canaro. Info@ekpa.fi. When you PayPal was born.
Okay, I can direct na super chat.
Okay, I don't know. I think maybe there is some issue there. So, but PayPal, info@ekpa.fi now. Our PayPal.
Okay. So what do
There we go. Donation and fundraising is coming. The most important one.
Through Germany.
Yes. Okay. Ndewo.
Gisike.
Ndewo.
Gisike.
Ndewo.
Nokwa.
Iye kwana ha topic o. Ọgba content ka ibu yelu now. Asị na ha enweghị onye malụma na their families. Ịghọtago? So, ọbụkwara m nwakere onwe m. What can I do? Thank you very much. Thank you. No. Oh my goodness. Thank you. All right. Welcome to the program. Good evening, good morning from here.
Hi, this is Dave from United States. How are you doing?
I'm all right, and you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just want to ask you a very quick question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that next year and declare Biafra is going to kind of like go well?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Yes. I believe not just think so. I believe so. What I believe so, not thinking. I believe so.
Okay. Do you believe that Niger Delta is carried along?
Well, it depends on what even in Biafra territory, like the hinterland of Biafra. If you begin to look at that from that context of carrying along, Peter Obi will not be running around for president today. So everybody must not agree at this point. You understand what I mean?
I'm asking you these questions, yeah.
So we have, yes, the other part of Biafra is being carried along for those who want to be part of it at this point. But as time goes on, when they see the seriousness, when those who are hanging on the side, on the fence, see the seriousness what we're going to put in, I believe that nobody will want to stay back in Nigeria. Because most of these people that have not joined us now, they don't want to take the risk because of the uncertainty. You understand what I mean?
I understand a lot of people don't want to stay back in Nigeria.
Yes.
But I have some concerns. I've done my research.
Okay.
I'm a detailed person, and I do things with target. You know what I'm saying? So, and this year, I understand you said there will be no election. I already understand that. I mean, like we already on ground, kind of like there's nothing of such is going to happen, but not with your guys. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm asking you some questions now because there are a lot of people on ground. You know that they've contracted Tom Polo to take out the pipeline. Forget about Tom Polo. I understand that Tom Polo can be, is a part of Niger Delta. So any shit comes up, he's going to be on that side. But now, my question, that's why I'm asking you, they put for this question because I know the majority of Niger Delta, where I came from, I know what they believe in, I know what they want, and I know how they want what they want. For example, any day that Niger Delta boys kind of like flag, that will be the end of Nigeria, especially if the Benin is carried along, which is the Edo state. But if the Edo is not carried along, it's going to be dangerous.
Okay, now do you know one thing I'm going to tell you?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you that we have swept the entire Niger Delta, the people that matters in this whole thing. Of course, some people will feel that if you don't come to them, you have not made any move. Okay, but I'm telling you now that but I'm telling you now, authority.
If anything is happening, I'm
telling you, Niger Delta indigenous. I know what I'm talking about.
If you see, I am not concerned. No, listen to me. I am not concerned about what you as individual may feel or the information you have. You are entitled to that opinion. But if I will be concerned if you tell me that if that time come, they are not going to leave Nigeria, then I'll be concerned. So, but if the people you are talking with, maybe they are not part of us yet, and then they are, having that understanding that they don't want to be part of Nigeria, I'm okay with that. For the fact that they don't want to be part of Nigeria. So when we get to that bridge of them saying they don't want to be part of Nigeria, then we are going to listen to what they want to be part of. So when we get there, we cross it. Now, I'm not interested in whether they are being carried along or not, because we carry a lot of people along. Can I explain to you? Can I answer you, please? We carry a lot of people along in the coastal region. And we have ESN in the entire coastal region. Now, and there are many people that you may not even know, or many people that you may also know that is part of our security from coastal region, ex-militant and even current militant. We have been able to unite many of them together. You don't know that. And this is the second time I'm making this pronouncement publicly. So I am telling you now that I am not bothered. I'm not bothered about what the people you know are thinking. But I will be bothered if you tell me that they will be part of Nigeria. Then I will say, okay, now we have a problem. But for the fact that they don't want to be part of Nigeria, and I have used P2B to give you example, that you don't expect everybody to buy your idea of Biafra at this point. That is why P2B is running. That is why all the governors are shouting and talking about election. So let us deal with the fact we have first. What is the challenges we have? We have to stop the election. After stopping the election, what is the next step? The next step is to stand and defend it. So whatever comes from the people that you know, we are going to follow it that way when that time comes.
Now, yes, hit ahead. Now, you wouldn't like that the Southern Nigeria turn weapons against themselves. Would you like that?
I don't understand. Would I like what?
Would you like that the Southern Nigeria that was supposed to be fighting for a common cause? Themselves, they're supposed to be fighting for a common cause.
If that is what do you mean by every country that fought for freedom sometimes turn against themselves? Are you aware of that?
My question is,
I am asking you, it is part of the game. So if we get to that bridge, we cross it. But I'm telling you now, do you know that Finland? No, listen to me. We are following what we call if in law they say jurisprudence, the process. In this Finland, which is a civilized country, when they fought and got their independence from Russia, they turned against themselves. Today, they are one of the best countries in the world. So it is turning against each other is something that Nigeria has implanted in us. So we are trying as much as possible to minimize the turning against each other. But if that is going to be happen, that's going to be happen. But we're going to solve it.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm taking your time because I like to really understand some certain points.
No, I allow people who want to ask very important questions to stay. That's why I allow you to be talking. You know, other people are giving 22 minutes. But because you are asking important questions, and to some people, it may be difficult question, and some of them want to hear. So I want you to ask those questions, because when you come and sound like this, I really want you to ask the question so that I will answer you. And now, like I've said,
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm saying you won't talk when I ask you to talk for a long time.
I have to, because you know the answer. Listen, the answer to that kind of question is not a one-way thing. I have to explain.
Okay. What I'm telling you now, are you aware that Nnamdi Kanu has a target? Are you aware that he already delegated some certain assignments at at every interval what should come aboard. I spoke with Kano's lawyer, all right, and I asked him to talk to him while in prison, and I said, I don't want to say all this on air right now.
You don't. That is nothing you are coming here to tell me. Listen to me. Listen to me. There is nothing you are coming here to tell me about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. When he come out, I'm going to listen to him.
I'm not telling you Kanu is good.
So don't bring it. So don't bring it here. Don't bring it. Ask me a question. Ask me a question because I am also one of the delegates. Something was delegated to me. Do you know what it is?
Okay. I don't know.
So don't tell me about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS. Tell me about the coastal region, please.
If you are not working according to that interval, I should be able to know.
There is nothing like interval. Listen to me. There is nothing like interval other than target is the ball. Our eye is on the ball, and the ball is the freedom of Biafra people. So whatever anything delegated to anybody is targeted at getting Biafra, right?
Yeah.
So am I preaching at a white public?
Strategy in getting it.
How can he be asking me if I'm aware? Am I doing something different?
I'm not supposed to see more effort to understand this something, but
you are not supposed to. First of all, you are not supposed to come here and start asking me about Mazi, if I'm aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delegated some people. And you speak to the lawyer. You ask. You don't need to come here and tell me that.
I have to tell you.
You don't need to tell me because I am an inner caucus. You don't need to tell me that. So ask me a question. Ask me a question that is relevant, not question about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delegating somebody.
I've just asked you. You said you already carried Costa Rica along. No problem.
Yes, we did. Yes, yes, we are doing that.
You're going to declare Biafra. You're going to fight. And then I asked you. I said, will it be nice that the Southern Nigeria turn weapons against themselves? Because I watch the internet and I see the way IPOP, I'm not a member of IPOP. I see the way IPOP turn against themselves on the internet.
You are not a member. You are not a member of IPOP, and you are sending a lawyer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he responded to you.
Kanu does not only deal with IPOP people.
I didn't know that. So you communicate with him, and you are not a IPOP member.
This is no argument. I didn't come here to argue.
No, you are already arguing. So do you communicate with him, and you are not a IPOP member?
With the lawyer?
Both with the lawyer and both with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Of course.
You see?
And I sent a message.
All right. So you communicate with him.
And I said I communicated with Kanu. I'm not an IPOP member.
Yes.
I support his cause. It's as simple as that.
You support his cause.
And so, for freedom.
Yes. And you are worried that Southern Nigeria will turn against each other.
Because I'm saying to you now, listen to me very clear. Maybe you need to pass the message.
Pass the message to who?
To everybody, kind of like everybody listening to you, so that they can understand that the Southern Nigeria is not supposed to turn weapons against themselves. They need to come together.
They need to come together.
Because
Are we not together? Those who want exit from Nigeria, are we not together?
I don't think so, because there's a lot of division. I can see a lot of division.
Are you not divided in your own family? Are you in good terms with everybody in your family?
I don't have to be in good terms with everybody.
That is the principles of life. You don't need to. You see, let me tell you, the condition when Biafra will be declared, the condition will unite everybody. So now it is uncertainty. A lot of people believe, a lot of people don't believe. So when you see yourself in Biafra, you are going to succumb by force, whether you like it or not. And if you don't want to succumb, you fight now. So when you fight, when you get tired, you are going to embrace Biafra. Thank you very much. All right. All right. We're going to bring more people. Welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program.
Good day, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Please let me respond a little bit to this guy that just spoke now. I'm not challenging him, but I want to throw small light to him. I believe he's from Niger Delta, or that.
No, he's from Edo State.
He's from Edo State.
He's from Edo State. He sound like one of them.
They are just the same thing. But these people always sound as if there is a barrier or a blockade between them and the freedom fighters of Biafra. They always sound like this. If he is interested in this Biafra struggle, why don't he organize the people that he's thinking that is fighting against themselves? Why don't he stand like you as a person? Since he's interested, why don't he stand as a person to organize those people to approach us? Must it be you approaching them? Must it be Biafrans approaching them in this issue? Mazen Namdekano did all his good when he was outside to bring this people together. But they're always complaining that there will be inflation, that they will be influenced. So what do they want us to do to bring them together? What exactly do he want? He should have said, what exactly do he want? Should we go and kneel down to them to come together? Should we go and kneel down for them to come together? How long should we preach to them to come to us, to come together or unite? Let them bring something to the table. Nothing. They are not bringing anything. They are saying, come together, come together, come together. Must we go to them to bring them together? He is not making any point. He is from there. He should have organized his people and tell them why. This guy is doing the rightful thing. So let us join them. That's what he's supposed to do. And when they come and we refuse, or you refuse to accept them, that's when he's supposed to complain. But he's not doing that. I think this guy is an agent. I don't think he's not a genius.
No, you know, when we see them, we need to also address them very well and respond to them. And let me tell you, because
you got him on the leg. With the questions you're asking him, he said he sent agent to the DSS dungeon to see our leader. And when you ask him questions, he said, I told him. He himself said he's not an IPO member. So what gave him the impetus, the right to go and see our leader in the dungeon?
Anyway,
I have a question before this guy called.
Go ahead.
I've not called for a long time. Okay, thank you, my brother. One of my questions is this: we sincerely believe that there will be no election in Biafra land come 2023, but there is this program they had in Aba. They had in Aba this week, where Governor Kezi Bazo and where they have a kind of a gathering, and there were these youths, there were people trooping on that ground, and we saw these banners. So why should we allow banners to be posted in Biafra land for this election?
Well, you know, we are not wasting our resources, okay? And our okay. We don't want to waste anything. We don't want to waste anything. We know our target. So we have banned political activities of Nigeria in Biafra land, and that ban is still in effect. So let them continue. We know what we are doing.
It's in effect, but
like you should just listen, like I said it now, that it is still in effect, like as we said it. Nothing have changed. So anybody who wants to continue can continue. Just
around the corner. So, how do I describe Nigeria? No word again. You have said everything that the way to describe this Nigeria. Well, let me give chance for others to speak.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And also remember that some OB people are not happy, and they are all from this Benin, Edo State.
Many of them are going out.
So, and they are not supporting OB because they love OB. They are supporting OB because of this Biafra.
was this program this girl Aisha had on yesterday or 2 days ago. Have you listened to that?
No.
Okay, if you have time, you listen. There's one good program she did.
Okay, I will try to see if I can find it.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. If not, I will send you a link.
Okay, you can send the link as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We are going to take one more call and then we end it because this is already 3 a.m. here and I need to sleep as well. Welcome to the program, everybody.
Odogu Simon.
Ndewo. Onado from Ndewo. Yadekwala gị. Go ahead.
Yes, Simon. You know, we have a target in 2023 to exit Nigeria.
Yes.
And our target is to use this election thing they are planning.
Yes.
So that got me thinking. I've been thinking because on the time these people got cancel this election, so now I'm election. Then my question, if that be the case, they cancel this 2023 election. What are we going to do? Do we still have that opportunity? To declare Biafra.
When we get there, when we get to that bridge,
okay.
We are going to cross it.
Okay, I got that. Maybe, but yeah, I thought as much. So please, can I ask my second question?
Go ahead.
Yes, my second question is, because this thing has been bothering me. This question on Nigeria now the very, very personal to me. His job is to get us Biafra. That when he gets us Biafra, he will step aside. That he's not interested in any position or to be whatever in Biafra. Then you, Simon, in well interest. Or are you following the same line of Onyendu as in Enwete Biafra? Are you going to step aside also, or are you going to be involved in whatever we are going to do?
I will not only get Biafra, I will get involved because I have a lot of things to offer.
Yes, you know why I asked you this question?
No.
I was going to still talk to Mazen Nandekano personally, any dog program, to beg him not to leave. Because we need you guys. Because who know what I like Biafra and I have to like Biafra, then I step aside. No, we need you guys because you guys are the ones, that knows what it takes to build a nation. I was even expecting you to tell me that you are going to step aside so that I will even kneel down now and beg you.
No. I will get involved. There are a lot of things that we have to offer, even Onyendu. So you don't even need to bother. Don't need to bother about that because we are going to get involved. We are going to get involved to make sure that the dream Biafra we fought for and fighting for, we're going to get it. So we're going to get involved.
You've really made my day for this. I mean, because this has been bothering me. I said, how you know, so we got the whole non assignments when I get step aside because on our Muhammad Abaka, I have this
in let me tell you, when a nation is declared or you get independent, it is completely a different ballgame. It's not social media or this agitation. No. It's completely different. The people that will make things happen are not even seen anywhere yet.
Yeah, that's true. You're very correct. Yeah, exactly.
So forget all this you see everywhere. Nothing. It's completely a different thing. No. Let me tell you. The people that when in the first 2 months of this Biafra, there may be some kind of issues and all that, but after that, you are going to see things as they're going to take shape.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy for this. Thank you very much.
There we go. All right, we're going to stop here because this is very late here. Thank you very much for being part of this program. If you do not talk today, you are going to talk tomorrow. I will also answer question and answer tomorrow probably, so that those who have a question can, and we're expecting the OB people to call as well, so that we can talk and exchange some ideas and all that. So thank you very much for being part of the program. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless the Middle Belt. May God bless Amazonia. May God bless Mazina Mekano. May God bless on the Igbo. May God bless our Omada, our media team, and all of you. May God bless our Eastern Security Network and our alliances.